Hello guys, Charlie here from Top Table TCG, and today I'm going to bring you a deck profile on my top 16 London Regionals Digimon deck. So this is my first ever big-ish Digimon event. Ended up taking Metalx, and we went 5-1 into us, so went pretty well. So I'd like to preface this by saying blue is the trash colour, and I really wish I didn't play it, but I built this like 4 days before the event. I was going to take Metalgarurumon because it's my favourite Digimon, but like it just didn't seem consistent enough to function, I guess. But yeah, let's get straight on to the profile. So starting off, we're running 1 level 7 in our Omni Blitz. So this card sometimes comes up, and sometimes this card wins you games, but at the same time, like, sometimes it doesn't. It's a forecast evolution for the Blitz. Like, obviously, you're only ever playing it to kill. Sometimes you'll play it just to clear security, but a lot of the time this doesn't come up. It's a one-off because it's searchable off of your Gaboos. Next, we're running our 3 copies of our Metal X and our 2 Metals. I was initially running 1-on-1 with the set 1-1 and this one, but this is like near enough a free cost if you play it correctly, which makes this a 1 cost. But like, if you're playing the deck correctly, these shouldn't be too relevant. The blocker on this is the most important part of it. I guess like its unsuspend effect's pretty good as well, but you don't really want to be at a point where you're trying to kill on these because the deck's so fast that a lot of the time you're not going to have the memory to get to this point. But yeah, so I guess pretty standard ratios, 3 and 2. Onto the 5s, I'm running 2 Were X, 2 Were Sagittarius, and 4 Primo Were. So this is a weird ratio because a lot of people only run 1 of this card. I think that's incorrect. I think this card is insanely good against Metalgarurumon, which is one of the decks that dominated at the event. So I'm running 2 copies of the Were Sagittarius and 2 of the X. This is also a free play. This is a free draw. Obviously, like 90% of the cards in the game are an Upstart Goblin and a Digimon because of how evolution works. 1 more free cost also means it's a security tap +1 on top of this. But a lot of the time what I do at the event is I swing with this, so I unsuspend it, I put this over the top, and then I put this over the top, which would then unsuspend itself. Which would normally be enough to win a game, especially if you have like a Gabu or something on the field set up that you put down early for your search anyway. But yeah, I think everything here is mandatory. 4 of this, definitely. It's kind of like the key piece to winning the game. And the Wares, the 2-2 ratio worked well. Onto my 4s, pretty standard. We're just running 4 copies of our Gururu X, our 4 Primo Gururu, and 3 regular Gururu. Sorry about that. 3 regular reduction Gurus. So this is significant, I guess. This is your protection piece. You want to put this down because it protects your column from dying to battle. Dying to battle is literally the only thing stopping you from OTKing with like this and the Were stuff. But yeah, this is just your destruction protection. This is basically your draw engine single-handedly. Like, you play this at a 2 cost. Every time you're swinging, you're picking up into the card. Picking up the cards is necessary because it makes stuff like this free, drops the cost of stuff. A lot of your card effects only trigger when you have 8 or more in hand. That includes your security attack +1, so you want to filter cards really fast. And the 3 of this, literally just because it's effectively a 1-cost evolution on the field. You can chuck this over your like throwaway Gabu early that you play like at the start of the turn to get your search. You could then throw this on there. And it'll be a 1 cost, or sometimes if you're in like a real pinch, say they've like trashed your main stack, you can then play this. You can like promote a Gabu up early and then play this for a 1 cost, play this for 0, and sort of like you can potentially choke off for an evolution of this. So yeah, that's the package for the level 4s. I think 11 worked fine for me. The issue with, I guess, Digimon in general is that if you brick really hard, and if you don't brick, especially in this, the deck just kind of OTKs. That's the point in the deck. In the games I bricked, I lost. So that was game 1, literally game 1 I bricked, and first game of top 16 unfortunately was also a brick. So we're running 4 copies of Gabu X, 4 copies of our Search Gabu, and then 2 EXO1 Gabu, and 2 Startnet Gabu. So this is a search. You play it, you get your Omni, or you get your Garuru. This is your X antibody. I mean, it's a 0 cost that then searches as well. It's also a on play or evolution. Like this is filter, this is filter. This is also filter underneath a stack. You want to put this down like on an evolution because you'd rather hard play this, but like in a pinch, obviously, evolve what you need to. But in like I guess in the stack as well, you can get like Gabu and then this on top, and that's 1 more protection off of Garuru because it just needs to trash 2 of the same level. And then 2 of this Gabu. This Gabu was like kind of mid. I don't know. I'd be tempted to put this up to 4. As I said, I don't really want to play the deck anymore. I literally just built it last minute because I thought it was probably my most competitive option going into it, and it was all I could kind of get together last minute. I guess we can talk about the most broken card in Digimon right now, which I'd say is Cool Boy. I think Cool Boy is insanely strong. He is a 2 cost that is able to filter out any of your X antibodies. You're running a lot. It's an X antibody centric deck. Filters out your option that makes your stuff like relatively invulnerable to a lot of stuff. It also enables you to get like a lot of advantage. And then when you evolve into the X antibody, it's normally a 0 cost. You're then able to gain a memory back and draw a card for suspending him. He's really good. He's the reason that X antibody is a functioning concept. Him being able to gain your resources back is just insane. And then of course the obligatory 2 Davis. I mean, this is a blue deck. Davis is a free blue searcher. He's your 3-set tamer. You need a 3-set tamer because like you want to make a stack and then kill in that turn. This enables you to not be memory choked. Like, but you don't need more of it because a lot of the time you can just like blue mem boost or like have like 1 or 2 of these. Like you're normally fine. Options wise, 3x antibody. Self-explanatory. I mean, it works in tandem with the Cool Boy. This is the card that you want to then throw under the stack of your main body. Gets you, when you thing attacks, you can then evolve it into an X antibody. Lets you just like grind up the stack really quick. A lot of the time, in a pinch, you can like wear into a wear X if you don't have your Sagittarius, and it just means that you're going to be getting those 2 checks off the bat. But yeah, in general, and also on security check, like this is giving you a memory and adding itself back to hand. It's just insanely good card, 0 cost, so there's literally no reason you wouldn't run this. This is the center point of the X antibody concept, along with Cool Boy and obviously your X antibodies. 2 Hammer Spark. I think anything more than 2 becomes bricky, but at 2 you're able to like use it to like you utilize it to choke, or you utilize it to like force a stack. This can, on top of a Davis, put you to 4, which is like enough to then put a wear down. And then with a wear, you can then kill. Just hitting for 1 more memory is like a massive thing in this game. But at the same time, as I said, like too many of this, and you start seeing it instead of your pieces, which you don't want to see. Plus, like a lot of the time, you'll bot deck this off of search effects because you don't really have a way to filter it out. And then we have our 2 blue mem boost. This card's insane. Blue memory boost, along with every memory boost in the game. I think it's very strong. Obviously, on play, top 4, add a blue card, or blue digi, and then it can also trash itself next turn to give you 2 more memory. You can early play this. This is a very fast deck. You early play this, it gives you advantage next turn. It gives you enough to then make your plays, make your follow-ups, and do the kill turn. And then last but not least, obviously, it's blue. You have to run an Ice Wall. This card never came up for me at all. Like, the most this would come up would be a security check. Like, a lot of the time in this format, you don't really see the opening in which this becomes relevant. But obviously, it's an Ice Wall. I feel like it's just mandatory in blue. And then just 4 eggs, 4 Sunamon. It gives the K to your Omni, or it gives the K to your Werex, or like the whole stack, basically. This just enables you to then like just survive more, honestly. You're less vulnerable to your checks. Obviously, Garuru protects you, Guru X protects you, and so does Sagittarius. But sometimes you don't see those pieces. That happened a few times to me, and sometimes like that extra 1K or like potentially like 2K, obviously depending what else is in the stack, can be enough to mean that your thing can swing and it won't just die immediately to an opponent's check. It does happen, but this card just kind of like helps mitigate that. It just lets you hit for numbers that are like less common within other people's decks. So in regards to like my matchups, game 1 was against Black War. just cleared me, honestly. 2-1. To be fair, game 3, he was on 0 security and he drew for turn and it was the Omnimon. I was on 1 and I was like, if he doesn't draw the Omnimon here, I survive and I kill him next turn. He drew the Omnimon, he had the piece. So we lost that one. Game 2 was the mirror. 2-0'd. I just opened better, honestly. I think game 3, I think, was Commandramon. Good game, just 2-0'd, honestly. The stack, if you open Sagittarius, just has no problems with D-Brigade. Game 3, Grandest Kawaga. Cleared my security, like, immediately, but, like, they didn't quite have the energy to, like, get the 6th or kill, which is not good against this, because, like, if you're committing a lot of resources to get me to 0, you're then giving me a lot of resources to put you to nothing. Like, I will just return the favour and win the game. Game 5 was against D-Brigades. I bricked really hard game 2. So we were like 1-1 into game 3, and I just managed to clutch it out. Shouldn't have been a really difficult matchup, but it was literally just for the fact that I bricked. And then game 6 was against D-Reaper. Game 1, he made his plays, did the thing, killed me very quickly. Just opened really well, had his gatekeepers, like security was pretty good. Game 2, I did my thing. He opened kind of bricky, swung a bunch. Game 3, he opened okay. I opened optimally. I just won the game. And then top 16, first game, I was against Mastemon. I was unable to reach my Guru X for the protection or my Sagittarius. So what that meant was that when I swung in, he actually checked 2 Death X Mons as his security checks, and it just kind of killed my stack 2 times over. Lost the game, unfortunately. But I'm still proud that I managed to make top 16. That was 5-1 in Swiss, as I said earlier. And my first ever, like, big Digimon event. I've only ever played locals. And I only tested the deck for, like, 3 to 4 days beforehand. So, still pretty proud of it. I don't want to play blue anymore. I'll be honest. I'm excited to play Cross Heart for set 10 and probably set 11 as well. But yeah. So that was my blue Metal X top 16 deck profile for London Regionals. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Any questions, like, feel free to leave a comment. If you like the deck or like the profile, feel free to drop the video a like and sub. You know, we make good stuff. We do Digimon stuff, Vanguard stuff, Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, you know, the card game things. But yes, thank you guys very much for watching. This has been Charlie from Top Table TCG, and I am now signing out. See you later, guys.